This section is on special considerations when servicing the advanced termite bait system. Let's begin at the top, and I mean that literally, the top of the bait station. There are two things I want you to keep in mind. One is that when you are putting this cap on, snap it into place, do not over it. It's possible, it's hard to do, but it's possible that you may snap off one of the little tabs. So it just needs to be firmly tightened and be on. It's not like screwing on something. Now, if you're having a hard time in pinning it down, probably you've got dirt still left on the top and you need to use your broom to clean that out of there. Now, the next thing, in loose soils like mulch, for example, when you've got a new install station, if you pull straight up to take the spider off of the cap, you may actually pull up on the station. Now, to avoid that, rock the spider back in this direction as you pull off the cap. All right? So two things. Do not over-tighten this way and potentially bust off a tab, and remove it by rocking it backwards like this, particularly in loose soils. Now, let's go inside the station. There may be a couple of things in there that you will encounter on occasion. We'll use our cotter pin removal tool. We'll pull out our termite inspection cartridge. On occasion, when you remove it from the station, you may see some to the white. Now it's pink and it's like little lines running through the tabs. You're going to dispose of that cartridge. Now if it's on top of the tablets, don't worry about it. It's like little lines running right through the core of the tablets themselves. That's a fungus. You want to dispose of it. Also, occasionally, you may find a slime mold. Some of them are sort of pinkish in color, slimy looking. They occasionally smell bad. When you encounter that condition, pitch it. Replace it with a new termite inspection cartridge. All right, let's talk about the termite monitoring base. After you've pulled your termite inspection cartridge, look down in the station. If you notice that the termite monitoring base appears to be covered with a white moldy-like substance, go ahead and remove it, discard it, and replace it with a fresh or new termite monitoring base. Also, if when looking down into the station you notice that the termite monitoring base appears orange in color, also pull it, discard it, and replace it with a new or fresh termite monitoring base. However, if you look down in the station and you notice the termite monitoring base is black or dark gray sooty looking in color, then take your cotter key puller and use the sharp tip on the end and reach down in there and press on the interior of the termite monitoring base. If it feels solid, leave it in place. However, if when you push in on the wood, it's soft or punky and the tip goes into the wood quite a ways, then you need to go ahead and pull it out, discard it, and replace it with a new or fresh termite monitoring base. Now, one more issue we're going to cover in this section. If when you're checking stations on your routine service, and you have a station that has a termite bait cartridge in it, how do you know when to replace the bait cartridge? Well, here's the rule of thumb. If over half of the mass of tablets has been consumed, it's time to replace the bait cartridge. So it's a 50% removal. If it's gone, 50%, replace it. If not, leave it in place, leave it in there. Now, you're going to have to remove this to determine that, so you'll have to pull it out of the station. Sometimes they have eaten the bottom 2 tablets, but not the top. And it may appear just looking in there that, oh, it looks fine, it's full, when it in fact has actually been consumed. And also, just like with the termite inspection cartridge, if you see a fine pink line material going through the tablet or a slime mold on there, you're going to have to replace the termite bait cartridge. Now, we've made one other addition to the advanced termite baiting system. You may have noticed it. The termite bait cartridge has a blue panel on it, whereas the termite inspection cartridge has the original green panel on it. So now you can tell simply by looking at the color whether it's an inspection cartridge or a baiting cartridge. So that's some of the special conditions you may encounter from time to time with the advanced termite baiting system.